YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to another video. I know you guys want cards like these. These are cards that normally people would want. The Chase cards, the Gengar, the Rayquazas, the Umbreon VMAXs, cards like that. Everyone wishes they had unlimited supply of money, and everyone wishes that allocation of money wasn't important. Me as well. I wish I had tens of $1 million that I can buy Lamborghinis, that I can buy Pokemon cards with, that I can buy anything with. And today we're going to talk about how to get rich actually buying Pokemon cards.
What did he say?
How do you profit from Pokemon cards? I don't think you can become a billionaire. I think we can make money off Pokemon cards, and I think you can have a lifestyle just off Pokemon cards, so let's get into it. So the very first thing, the obvious one, is opening a Pokemon store or opening up some kind of card store. That's obvious. From what I've seen, at least, I don't own a Pokemon store, not yet at least. I don't know if that's in the future, but who knows. From what I've seen, that most stores that sell cards, sports cards, Pokemon cards, I could be completely wrong about this, but they have low margins. It's not really a company that I would want to get into, because if I had a company, I would want like a high margin business like Apple, like Microsoft, companies like that. But that's way off topic. You can open a card store. It's very risky in my opinion because it's a lot of work. For example, you could flip bulk and stuff like that, like buy bulk, but like you have to sort through it, and it's very time consuming, and it takes a lot of allocation of money to actually buy a store and have like a shop where you can rent out and then have product, and you have to worry about marketing and things like that. Opening up a business, a card store, and like an actual retail store, it's very challenging. I'm going to talk about a lot of cheaper options later on in the video. I'm just making the most obvious one first, and I think a store, for me at least, is not the best option. I think there's a lot more easier ways to make money from Pokemon cards and less money invested in Pokemon cards to make money, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, but I just wanted to make that clear, as you could open a store, but in my opinion, there is a lot of competition and there's a lot of risk with low margins. So something that I actually do is flipping cards.
What the hell is even that?
I think this one is very easy. I love to flip cards. It's very easy. If you know a card's worth $200, and if you can buy for anything like under $150, it's a good deal, because you're going to make a good amount of money off that one card. And you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and the more money you make, the more money you buy and flip cards. It's like a cycle that goes on. I like doing this because it takes very little money to do it. For example, if a card is worth $3 and you buy for $1, you can make $2. And then you have $5, and then you can buy more expensive cards, and you can buy more cards that you just flipped, things like that. So it's a very easy way, and you don't need a lot of money to get started into flipping cards. You can go on eBay, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, which is my favorite place because you don't have to pay tax. It's like eBay, but you don't pay tax and you don't pay shipping fees and things like that. You just have to go pick it up, or you can get it shipped to you. I've got scammed like that once, so be careful with that. It's very easy to flip cards. It's very easy to find deals. You can go to your local card store and find singles, like a Charizard V, for example. If you can get it for lower than what it's worth, most cases you're probably going to make money, and then you just compound that effect over and over time. Another way that you can make a lot of money with Pokemon cards investing is buying sealed product. Sheesh, we finna get rich.
What? What the f?
This is the easiest one in my opinion because it has the least amount of risk. For example, if a Pokemon booster box, I'm going to use this Evolving Skies booster box for example. If you bought it for MSRP, which was like, let's say, I'm going to give you an example, if it was $120, even if it's the worst set, like Battle Styles do appreciate over time, because in 5 years, you're not going to be able to buy it. I haven't seen any sealed product that was at MSRP that didn't appreciate over time. It's very hard to convince someone that it's going to go down in value in the next 5 years after when you can't buy it in stores anymore. It's very hard.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So the safest thing from what I've seen in the Pokemon market is buying sealed product, putting it in a closet, putting it away for 5-10 years, and let it appreciate over time. Let time do its thing, allow it to run its course. But I know what you're saying, like, who has 5 years? I don't want to get rich in the next 5-10 years. That's very true. With sealed product, it takes time for you to actually get a return on your investment. Some sets like Evolving Skies, they just boom in the next year. My booster boxes that I bought for Evolving Skies, they doubled in less than a year. But other things that, like with Chilling Reign, it only appreciated a little bit, and I've held it longer than Evolving Skies. So it depends on which sealed products you buy, because some is going to appreciate more and some is going to appreciate less. But end of the day, they're all going to appreciate, because over time, sealed product, it does go up in value because you cannot buy it in stores after it's out of print run. So So my fourth point in this video is grading, and I think all of you know what grading is. It's just a card in a slab. You can do PSA, you can do CGC, you can do Beckett. There's all sorts of grading companies out in the world. You have to decide on which one you want to grade with, how tough they are with grading 10s and things like that. Grading is very easy. So you just take, for example, this card on screen. You take this card and then you send it to PSA. Hopefully, if it grades a 10, it's going to be more expensive than a raw copy. For example, this Charizard V that I'm holding now. This card raw is like $180. In a PSA 10, it's like $380. So if it grades a 10, you're going to profit $200, not including fees, because there are fees with grading fees, but do your own homework when you're looking to grade your cards, because there is shipping fees, there's grading fees, and then there's fees on eBay, but I don't really sell on eBay. So there is fees, so you have to keep that in mind when you're grading and you want to look at what cards to buy. I could make a video on cards to buy that make you the best profit in a PSA 10, because there are cards out there that even if they grade a 10, you can still lose money from grading fees and shipping fees. So keep that in mind when you want to buy cards to grade, because some cards you won't make a good amount of profit and some cards you will make a lot of money in profit if it grades a 10. It just depends on what your goals are. So you have to set your goals before you want to try to make money from Pokemon, because there's a lot of ways to make money from Pokemon, but you have to decide first on what's your main goal, because everyone has a certain amount of money that they can allocate to Pokemon cards, and you have to decide on what's your best option. So it is very complex and it is a gamble. It's not guaranteed a 10. Even if a card looks mint, a card can still grade a 7, for example. So it is a huge risk. Keep that in mind before you send your cards off to grading. Just keep in the back of your mind that all these cards that you're grading, they could not be a 10. So it is a risky kind of business model to have, but if it all works out and all of your cards grade 10, you will become very profitable. I personally think out of all these options that I gave to you today in this video, I think grading and flipping raw cards from eBay and Facebook Marketplace, I think those are your best options. That's what I do, at least. I know I've made a lot of money flipping cards on the internet, but I know grading is a great option as well. So I'm interested on what your best option is, and I want to know how you guys make money from Pokemon cards and if you plan on to make money from Pokemon cards. So let me know in the comments, and I'm interested on what you guys have to say. So subscribe, like, if you got some sort of value from this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Deuces.